owning an allotment, but some gardeners are worried they could be getting priced out.
Yes, rents are going up at some council-run sites. Ben is out at an allotment in Merseyside for us this morning with all of the details, and I can see you are already working hard. Morning, Ben.
Good morning. Yeah, and I'm doing someone else's good work. I'm actually helping just turn over the soil and get some of these weeds out of the way. They're doing my bit to help, and it's coming along nicely. We've got the red onions here, and then just behind me there, the strawberries, a little hint that summer's on the way. Those are coming along nicely as well. And over here, we've got the shoots of the potatoes. And of course, this is all being very well looked after. It doesn't happen by itself. It's all being well tended by, over here we can speak to Trish, whose plot this is. Trish, what is it you get out of these allotment sites?
I think it gives people a focus. They're getting out, they're getting the fresh air, they're getting exercise, and they get a bonus of fresh fruit and veg at the end of the day.
Well, I'll leave you to carry on the good work, carry on tending that bed. The problem is the cost of having an allotment, not just here but around the country, is rising. We'll come on to the detail of that in a moment, but I just want to chat to Dave, who's Trish's husband, who also tends this plot. Dave, how do you feel about the price of it going up?
Obviously not happy, because this has been salvation for me after being retired. It's got me going again, you know.
Okay.
It's got me living.
Well, and
I love it. I'm out here.
And the results are there to see. We'll let you carry on as well. Let me run through those changes to allotment costs that I mentioned, because here in St Helens alone, the price of a plot to be a tenant has gone up from £30 a year to £100 a year. It's more than tripled. In some cases, in other parts of the country, it has gone up even more sharply than that. Glasgow, for example, the City Council has put the tenancy of an allotment plot up from £32 a year to £170 a year. That's a whopping 500% increase. And that's if you're lucky enough to have a plot. Take Brighton and Hove, for example. The average wait time to get an allotment is 3 to 4 years. In some cases, takes up to 8 years to get a plot. Let's speak to Paul, who is chair of the Allotment Association here. Paul, the councils say that they've got to put the costs up in order to make savings and protect frontline services. St Helens has to save £10 million this year. What do you say?
There are alternative solutions. They could look at self-management across all the sites. At the moment, that £30 to £100 is just for signing the tenancy agreement for a new tenant, so it puts a lot. If they're on a low income, it's going to put them off wanting an allotment. The other increases you've had, if the site's got water on it, it's gone up 165% because they put the water up 83% at the beginning of April, and they put the rent up 50% at the beginning of April, and then without anyone knowing, it was announced on their website, they got rid of the concession, so anyone that was on certain benefits or aged over 60 were then having to pay 50% extra.
Okay, and do you think some people will have to give up their plots as a result?
There have been a number of plot holders across the borough that have been informed that have given up their plots because of the increase, because they just can't afford it.
Okay, Paul, thank you very much. Thanks for having us down here this morning. And if you thought allotments were a niche thing, limited interest, you'd be wrong, because in St Helens alone, the waiting list has 700 people on it. It just goes to show how much it means to people and how much these are really hot property.
Ben, it looks fabulous. Thank you very much indeed. I can believe that as well, because it's good for you to get outside, good bit of exercise, physical activity, and you can grow your own veg.
Save a bit of money.
Flowers.
Yeah.